Hello class, this is a video tutorial on determining unknown trigonometric ratios given a ratio. So we know that the trig ratios can be established given a right angled triangle. So let's say we're given this triangle here. And from here we could say what sine theta is. Well, that's opposite over hypotenuse at 6 over 10. If we did cosine of 53 degrees, 8 minutes, we can say that's also 6 over 10. That's adjacent over hypotenuse. And we could do this for tan of theta, cosine of theta, etc. But the reverse must also be true, meaning if we were given these ratios, we should be able to draw a triangle from them and figure out what the other ratios are. It'll make a little bit more sense once we do an example. So suppose we have two angles, theta and phi. In case you're wondering, this is a new symbol, phi, P-H-I. Suppose these two angles are acute angles of a right angle triangle, and we're given that cosine of theta is equal to 3 on root 11. So let's write an expression for these four other ratios. It's not as clear at the moment, is it? Well, going off what I said previously here, given a ratio, we should be able to draw a triangle from that description. So let's utilize this description to draw a triangle first. I'm going to move my question down so we can fit this in. So let's draw any right angle triangle that fits this description. So we have a right angle triangle. Here's my hypotenuse. It doesn't need to be exact because it's just a visual representation of what we're about to do. And let's say that our angle here is theta, and which means this angle here must be phi. Okay, well, if we apply this, cosine of theta is root 3 on root 11, so that's adjacent over the hypotenuse. Well, adjacent to theta is the value of 3, so 3 must go here, and the hypotenuse must be square root 11. Now from here we can do some trigonometry to figure out what this angle, what this side is. So let's do that now. Root 11 squared, that's the hypotenuse, plus 3 squared plus, let's label this side x squared. And then from here we can do some algebra to solve for x. This is going to be 11 equals 9 plus x squared. X squared equals 11 take away 9, which is 2, which means x is square root of 2. So x is no longer x, that's going to be square root of 2. And now from here it's very simple to do these remaining questions because we already have a triangle to work with. So tan of theta from this particular triangle is root 2 on 3. Tan theta is root 2 on 3. Sine of phi, so from this angle, opposite over hypotenuse, so it's going to be sine of phi is 3 on root 11. Sec of phi, well, sec is 1 on cosine of phi, and cosine of phi, let's write this down, cosine of phi is root 2 on root 11. Well, sec on phi is the reciprocal of this, so this is going to be, so let's write this down, sec of phi is root 11 on root 2. And lastly, we have cot of theta. Well, we already know what tan theta is, and since cot of an angle is equal to 1 on tan of the same angle, if that is true, tan of theta is root 2 on 3, which means cot of theta is 3 on root 2, the reciprocal of tan theta. So I hope that gave you an insight into determining unknown trigonometric ratios given one ratio. Hope to see you in the next video. Best of luck.